Welcome back to the HUDDLE Podcast. It is 2:39 on May 19th. It's Monday. Today we are going to be talking about how I'm going to blow my brains out live on this show. Fuck the Maple Leafs. Fuck this fucking team. They suck. Alright? So, let me read you some stats, boys, because I know everyone's super excited and we're just ready to go here. So, the core four Maple Leafs in 7 games. Matthews, 0 goals, 3 assists in 6 games. Marner, 0 goals, 2 assists in 6 games. Nylander, 2 goals, 2 assists in 6 games. Tavares, 1 goal, 0 assists in 4 games. This team is terrible. And goodbye, Mitch Marner. Mitch yelling at the team with dry hair? Dude, you didn't skate! No one showed up. Wall was a joke. You should have pulled him after the second goal. He looked awful. This team is terrible. Mitch will never be back with this team ever again. Enjoy Detroit, buddy. Hi, Buffalo. Hi. Enjoy him. He's terrible. No one came to play. This team is fucking garbage. And Stolar should have been in there. Take it away.
I mean, you're not wrong. And most of what you said is 100% right. Matty and Marner, I mean, you just read the stats off. It's when the lights are the brightest, they don't show up. Simple as that. When the lights are the brightest, and I think there's excuses you can throw every which way. You can say, like, if you're playing in Toronto, that is by far the most pressure in the entire NHL that you can play in. It's the one place that people will hammer you for the rest of your life. Like, these guys go from being the heroes, like untouchable heroes in the city, and then they lose this game, and everyone fucking hates them. They want them to burn them at the stake. I mean, obviously, it's time. It's time to break up this core four. Like, there's no doubt about it. Mitch is gone. I wish he was gone this year. There's big trades that could have happened with him.
He could have went one for one for Rantanen, but he blocked the trade. Rantanen had 13 consecutive points for the Dallas Stars. 13 consecutive points. He either had an assist or a goal.
He has 17 points this playoffs.
He has 9 in one series. The whole core four doesn't have 9 points.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the hardest part, too, Jake, correct me if I'm wrong, but, like, if they lost the series in 4 and they lost by 1 each game, it'd be better than the way that they lost. Like, how do you go from winning 2 straight, going up 2-0, yes, you're on the road, but then you lose 4 straight, tie the series, and it's not like these games that they lost were close. They're blowouts. How do you lose a game 7? 6, technically 5-1. Like, that's ridiculous that a team that can push a 7-game series can lose by 6.
I would have rather them lose game 6 because I had no hope, and then they win it, and then they come out like that. Like, Wall couldn't
game
stop
6 was a nice game
ball.
too.
Yeah,
I mean,
Wall couldn't stop a beach ball, and they just no-showed. Like, no one showed up. It's almost like they walked into the arena and thought, oh, we don't have a game to play. Like, I bet you I could put in a better effort than anyone on that fucking team besides Max Domi the other night. Yeah. And fucking, oh my, like, no one came to play. No one came to play. It's game 7. I've never seen a game 7 where no one came to play. The Boston Celtics put up a better game without Jason Tatum than the Maple Leafs. The Maple Leafs are that is all-time choke job. You didn't show up. I hate this fucking team every year, and we'll be back. I shouldn't be this pissed off because I should expect it. This team is beaten, battered, and bruised. They're awful at hockey. The fact that I had to sit there and watch it and know that it was over by the second period, you showed up for 10 minutes. 10 minutes of the first period. That's it.
Yeah.
This team is awful. You have a bunch of no-shows who get paid $13 million. Who cares if you scored 69 goals last year, man? Show up to play. This fan base deserves better. I'm out here losing my fucking mind. I hate this fucking team. Go blue. Fuck.
I do want to say, like, Joseph Wald obviously had not a great game. The first goal, that was an iffy one. The second and third goal, there's just no defense. They turned, John and Mitch both turned the puck over, fucking terrible. And there was a 2-on-1, like, there's not much you can do. And then I feel like after that you just lose hope. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when Domi scored, I was like, oh my god, it's possible. It's possible. There's 18 minutes left. It's possible. And then they scored fucking 40 seconds later, and I turned it off. And
Have you ever turned off a game 7?
No,
You ever walked away from a game 7? Like, this team is frustrating, man. And you know, like, it's expected. We're the Maple Leafs. I get it. It's hilarious that we suck. Like, it's funny. It's at this point, I get it. I now I understand. I'm young enough where I can somehow in a couple months convince myself that next year's the year. But if you're like an old guy, I feel bad for you that you have to watch this. Like, these guys are getting paid $13 million. It's the Canadian kid's dream. I would die to play a minute for the Maple Leafs. These guys don't even look like they want to show up to the arena. And I get it. Oh, Toronto media's tough. Toronto media this. Oh, fuck off. Boo-hoo. You get paid the most. Shut up. But instead, the NHL is Florida. Big bad Florida. 16 guys on that team should have been suspended. But again, it doesn't matter who's suspended and who's not when you don't show up for Game 7. Game 7 on your home ice. The most precious franchise in NHL history is the Toronto Maple Leafs. The most historic franchise is the Toronto Maple Leafs. And we got guys not showing up for Game 7? People turning off the TV? Who's going to watch the hockey? Like, who's going to watch playoffs now? I'm not. Fuck this. This is an all-time disgusting rant. And this is why I hate that we started this podcast. Because I gotta sit here and fucking gab lips with you two. And I love you boys. Well, I just want to fucking load up a pistol. Like, oh, this is awful. I'm sorry. Anyone who's even watching this now, like, I feel bad. It's honestly, it's embarrassing. I apologize. This is what sports do to you, and we just got to think, like, you have to wrap it around in your head that it's just sports, and we're lucky enough that we get to sit here and complain about it, right? Like,
yeah, no,
life's better than, we got first world problems here. I'm sorry.
yeah.
But between the three of us, in your defense, out of any of the teams that we, cheer for the most, I'd say the Leafs, you and the Leafs, is definitely highest out of any of us and our team cheering. You could argue Bengals Aiden, but I don't know.
I'll give it to him right now, brother. You can have it right now.
I mean,
I know what it's like to be in the bins.
I was born, and the first thing I got was a Maple Leaf stick. There's a picture in my house. My baby picture is with Maple Leafs fucking gear on. Shout out to my dad. He came out here and he watched the entire game.
I love it.
I threw my jersey. I left. I walked out. I feel bad for him. Like, it's.
He's in the prime age. Because he would have just missed some cups, and then he's just had years and years of just. I mean, obviously your ranting is pretty serious, but, like, at the end of the day, they've lost their last games. The last 8 seasons have been like kick out games.
They've never won a Game 7. They've never won a Game 7 with this core 4.
Now, okay, what I will say,
0 for 7 in sevens.
what I will say is this is the furthest they've come since 2002. They also like leading the series, like even little things within this playoff, like leading the series or how many games they won this first series by. Like that's all the best since 2002. Obviously, their team's going to be blowing up next year. But that might not be the worst thing, to be honest, because this team, like you said, has obviously not went very far.
Marner's gone. He's up. He wants $14 million. We should not re-sign him. Don't re-sign him. Yeah. I mean, it's over. I don't know what to say. It was fun watching the Leafs with friends and family. Like it was fun. Those are memories that will last forever, but I don't ever want to see that guy in a Maple Leafs uniform ever again. And the sad thing is he'll probably haunt this franchise. Like, I guarantee he'll end up signing to a team like Ottawa
Vegas.
or
Yeah.
Vegas, but like he'll be in a playoff game against the Leafs and score the game-winning goal. Like, I'm guaranteeing it.
Don't clip that shit.
It's happening.
He doesn't score goals in the fucking playoffs. There's no unless they're losing the series 4-0, because he hasn't scored a goal in game 5, 6, or 7. But he does not.
Gone. Robertson's gone.
Yeah, that's tough.
But good thing we marched Holmberg out there every night. Like, great deal, guys. Oh, it's
How's
over.
the pressure on these guys though? Do you think that has to do with it?
I don't care. Pressure. What's pressure? Pressure is you need to do something because you failed so many times. Go do it.
But
like,
I'm saying it's after game 5 they lose fucking, what is it, 5-1.
Yeah.
They're going into game 6. The entire city's like, fuck this team. They've already lost. 95% of fans are like, fuck this team. It's over. They've lost it for us. This game's done. Like, do you think that has enough mental wear on someone that like this is why they perform the way they do?
how much do you get paid?
No, I know.
I think $13 million is enough for pressure not to matter. Fuck, like, I know what you're saying.
I'm just saying because there's no other fan base in hockey that's like that. There isn't. There's no other team. Like, Minnesota sucks donkey balls and they get kicked out first round every round. But there's no one in Minnesota being like, oh, this team, I hate this team. Like, this entire city of Toronto, like, yeah, they have the Jays and they have the Raptors, but let's be honest, it's the Maple Leafs. And the whole city gets behind that and they're like, fuck this team. Fuck you, Marner. Fuck you, Matthews. Fuck this team. And like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's just it would corrode your brain after a while, unless you're like a McDavid type, where he fucking seems like a robot and nothing can get to you. You know what I mean?
That's the other great point is McDavid is going to be a free agent after next year. So trade away everyone and go sign him. He'll perform. The core four has been useless, man. I mean,
it's been Willie, and if you're lucky, you see John.
Yeah, John shows up.
Yeah.
I just like.
But Willie's the only one that even him though. Like you said, 4 points in 6 games. Like.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely the best out of the rest of them.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
Should be expecting more out of Matthews too. I can't believe nobody's
100%.
talked about that. I feel like he kind of shit the bed this entire series.
Agreed. I just think it comes down to. Yeah, I mean, whatever. The team's this team will never be the same. You're never gonna see Mitch Marner in a Leafs jersey ever again. You won't. And raise the ticket prices next year. Here we go. Raise the ticket prices. Make it more expensive. Real fans can't go. I hate this franchise. It's a broken franchise. The media stinks. The fans suck. The real fans don't stink, but those suits, how dead it is in that arena.
Yeah,
Oh
those
my
aren't fans.
god!
Those aren't fans. Those are bodies.
And this playoff, I thought the fans were good. I don't
You're
know.
cheering for the first time in a while.
Yeah, it's so raw. Like, as a fan, like, I'm gonna need 2 months to actually gather some real thoughts on this. I think this is all we, like, let's move on. Let's go to a different topic because I only got a limited time to record and this team is not worth that time.
Well, speaking of blowouts, same day, right before the Leafs game, OKC closes out the Denver Thunder series, 125-93.
Yeah, that was
That
was poetry.
bro. If Jokic takes a step off that court, it's like the Nuggets become a JV team.
They're done.
He
They're
sat
cooked
for 2
when he's
minutes.
not on the floor.
And OKC went on a 13-0 run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were up. Denver was up in the first by like 10. I think they were up 11 going into the second, and then they still kept the lead for a little bit. Next thing you know, I was working. Look back up at the TV, and it's 73-52 or something like that. I could not believe that turnaround. Like, they just... And you know what? Shout out Caruso. Not the biggest Caruso fan. He's been fouling like crazy this entire series. Like, bad fouls. Last night, unreal game. Couple turnovers. Couple crucial turnovers. I think you could tell the game was done after, like, his 2 steals. The back-to-back steals on Jokic. That's when I feel like you were like, as a viewer, oh yeah, this is done. This is going to be a runaway.
Yeah, it was a brutal showing. I mean, I love Jokic's honesty after the game. They're like, so do you think you could ever win another championship with this team that you have? And he's like, we didn't do it, so no. Like, obviously
That's what
not.
he said?
Yeah, he's like, obviously no, we didn't do it this year. Like, no. We need different players. Like, I was like, damn, bro, say it. Preach, bro.
Hey.
Like, yeah, we need more bench players. Like, we're not deep enough. And I mean, it's so true. It
is
can't
true.
Step off the court.
No. I mean, that plus minus just increased into the playoffs.
Yeah.
On both ends. And I think he'll stay in Denver, to be honest. I don't think he'll go anywhere.
I think so.
But they need to do something dramatic.
No, leave. Join a super team.
He
LA.
he should. He
you
should.
and Giannis. Go join a super team.
Imagine him and Giannis on the
No
same.
loyalty anymore. I'm against loyalty now.
To be honest, I think Giannis is probably going to the Spurs, which would be fucking awesome.
You
Let's
want to know
bring
where
him up after. Let's finish this.
Okay.
Because,
Okay. Okay. So we have the conference finals then for both the East and the West. So on the West, we got. Let's go with the East first. Actually, I think that's a more mild one. New York Pacers.
Bing bong.
Who do you guys got?
Bing bong. Bing bong.
I think I have the Pacers in 6.
Really? In
Give me the
6.
Yeah.
Give me the Knicks as well in 6.
Bing bong. Bing bong, Boston.
I think the Pacers play as such a well-rounded team, and if they can stop the turnovers, because Boston had a lot of turnovers against the Knicks, if they can stop the turnovers, which they're really good at doing, especially Tyrese Halliburton, I feel like they can get the job done for sure. And I also just kind of want to see them do it. Like, I don't mind the Knicks either, but I'd be excited for the Pacers. They just, I don't know, they're young, they're fun.
Yeah.
Wrong.
That's fair.
Knicks. I want the Knicks to win.
Knicks in 3.
Yep. I don't know. Their fans are fun. I
Their
like
fans
it.
Yeah, it would be good. New York needs some sort of fucking win, man.
I mean,
they're
That place
biggest
is gonna,
market, and they're just cooked. They're just
Yeah. They're
the
Leafs.
Rangers, the fucking
They're the Leafs of America.
the Jets, the Giants. They got 2 teams in the NFL, and they can't get as many as wins as the Bears collectively.
Both stink too. The
brutal.
Jets this year, garbage.
Oh my
Well,
God.
we'll be getting to that as well. But okay, in the East, I think I'm saying the conference is wrong. Anyway, the West,
No.
West
There
Street.
you go. Yeah, West now.
Okay, yeah, okay. West, it's Timberwolves, OKC. Who do you guys got?
Give
That's
me
gonna be fun.
Alabama.
This matchup is crazy to me because I feel like
It's a great matchup.
I feel like the Timberwolves are a better constructed Denver team, and OKC is still OKC is just an altogether fun young team as well. Like they're good defensively and offensively. I also wanted to say Shea in that last game fucking balled out.
Oh, nasty.
Yeah, give me
When-
OKC. I'd
Yeah.
like for Minnesota to win just because Ant is him. He's so good. But
Yeah, he is. I think either the thing that sucks. I feel like this championship is like a who's gonna be that guy kind of championship
Yeah.
potentially, but it'll be interesting. I feel like just OKC can just their ceiling is so much higher. They might sit at the same floor as most teams, but I feel like they have another gear. Like even last night when Caruso has multiple dunks in a game, you know you're getting cooked, man. You know when a bald white guy with a headband who's 6'4" is slamming that thing, pause. You know you're going bad. You know you're going bad. I think it's gonna be game 6. I think both these series are gonna be game 6s, OKC and I think the Knicks. That's my finals.
I think OKC in 6 as well.
Yeah,
Unless Ant can put on a show though, so that's gonna be a fun.
He could.
Honestly,
he could.
I think that series might be better than the final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be the best series of the playoffs.
you're your fan
For
on
sure.
Carson.
I do. I can turn her off. We got lucky actually because right before I got on, guy next door was cutting the grass. It was brutal.
All right, you want to move on to this list thing?
Let's rip
The,
Giannis real quick.
Yeah, let's be honest.
Stay on basketball. Rip Giannis. Like you said, he might go to the Spurs. They are favored to get him.
You
over
want to know
anyone
who
else.
has the most draft capital to go get him? OKC.
OKC.
Yeah.
That is true.
Which is fucked.
OKC.
Like
I hope they get him.
if they win this year and then get Giannis next year. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, go get him. OKC, man.
The odds on DraftKings is as followed. The Spurs are favorited at plus 300. Then the Mavs at plus 450.
Fuck the Mavs.
Yeah, I don't like that fit.
And then Toronto Raptors at plus 550.
Ain't gonna happen. It's Toronto sports.
So let me explain why it could happen for Toronto.
No, it's not going
Okay?
to happen. It's not gonna
Let me
happen.
give you guys a bit of hope that won't happen. First of all, it started at plus 5,000 for Toronto. Then it moved on to plus 1,200 a week later, and now it's down to plus 550, which means something is happening behind the scenes that it's able to do that, because that never happens.
You want to know
On
what's
top of that-
happening?
What?
Mitch Marner is a free agent. That's what's happening.
We're talking hundreds of millions, not tens. On top of that, the the GM for the Toronto Raptors actually helped Giannis get his citizenship in America from Greece, and they're actually pretty close. Toronto tried to draft him in 2013. They weren't able to trade up for him. In 2020, when the Bucks signed him again, Toronto tried to go after him. He signed with the Bucks. They put some pieces around him like Holiday and Middleton. And now that team's obviously fallen apart. Toronto has all their future draft picks, all of them, and they have players that they can fucking disperse of.
Ooh.
It is a possibility. Who they have?
Yeah, who are you getting rid of?
I saw the 5 firsts, Grady Dick, Paulette, and RJ Barrett.
Then he's playing for the same team that he was playing for.
Yeah, I tend to agree with him. Like, if they're giving that much up, I like if they can keep Barrett and quickly, then I think that they're.
I agree with you. Aiden, I agree with you. I just don't see what. Like, getting Giannis is huge.
Yeah.
Clearly, the guy can't win by himself. No shame towards that, but what are we doing, guys? What are we? I mean,
I think he goes.
We lost
Spurs.
Game 7 at home 6-1. We're not getting Giannis. The city doesn't deserve him.
Marsh and
The city needs a morale, though. We need something.
Yeah, we need to pretend. Can we please pretend like we're gonna get Giannis?
No.
I haven't. Whenever people ask, like, "Oh, who's your NBA team?" Raptors, I guess.
I say the Indiana.
I'm a Raptors fan.
Indiana Fever, yeah. Caitlin Clark balled out. Let's talk about that.
Oh, yeah, she did, dude. Angel Reese also had 18 rebounds, all of her own.
I want to get to this list.
Brutal stat.
I'm so broken as a human being.
Okay, well, hopefully NFL gets you fired up a little bit.
I did a mock draft last night. I did a mock draft.
That shit's awesome, bro.
A mock draft.
Yeah, got Justin Jefferson. It was a good squad. Good team.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, well, we can get right into this. Let's do it. All right.
Brother, where did I put my water? Pull it up. You got my water.
He forgot his water.
Next year's our year. Every year.
Oh my god. Peter's having a seizure trying to...
Overload it.
I know what, that's a stat I wish I had. Know how we did the stat draft? I wish I had a stat of every time I said that about my team. This is our year.
Yeah.
Oh. Damn, the numbers would be in the thousands. Ooh, Carson, you look. I mean, you look nice, but it looks nice. That's what I meant to say. You look great, bro. But it looks.
Well,
great.
thanks, buddy.
Who put the Bears second in the division?
Hold on, man. Okay. Okay.
Let's go. This is about to be fun.
Oh boy!
Oh my god, dude, my computer is so slow though.
Screen.
Okay, so you guys can see it?
Of early.
Wait. Let's mark this. How do we mark this? Bang. Okay, run it.
Okay. So this is the earliest of early 2025 division rankings. So this is just who we think is going to fall where in terms of
Here we go.
seeding. This does not include records or anything like that. So we're going to start off with the NFC North.
Oh,
And nothing wants to load.
you went.
Which is
you gotta
sick.
Go back. You skipped
Oh,
to the
there
south.
we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay, so so just for the record, for people watching and listening, Jake's at the top, Aiden, you're in the middle, and I'm on the bottom for all of these. So we all agree Lions are winning the division. Gets a little choppy after that. So, oh, my bad. Holy fuck. Okay. All right. Speaking of choppy. So, I have the Bears second. I know that's crazy. I just think that they They lost a lot of games last year with under. They had the most losses with under 3 points last year. I think they had 6 games with a loss under 3. I just feel like that, and the fact that Caleb's going to be a little more experienced. There's less expectations on him. They've added a bunch through the draft and through free agency. New offensive court or new head coach. I just think that they're going to be a lot better than they've been. And I think that people are a little too hyped on the Packers. I don't think that the Packers are going to be as good as they are.
What's up with the Minnesota slander?
Well, that's what I was going to go to next. I was going to say, Jake, you have them second. Me and Aiden both have them last. Do you want to explain why you have them second? And then, Aiden, you want to explain why maybe we both have them last?
Minnesota's got a great head coach who's a quarterback wizard. He brought back Kirk Cousins. He brought back Sam Darnold, who were both kind of poverty quarterbacks and now are regarded as good quarterbacks. I think he'll do the same with J.J. McCarthy. Justin Jefferson's a dog. Their receiving core's awesome. Their running backs are good. I just think that they're the most capable. And I think you could argue that J.J. McCarthy has the potential to be better than Love and better than Caleb Williams. And he doesn't paint his fingernails.
I'm not gonna. I don't mind your points. The reason I put Green Bay second, I just want to say, I just think they've been there, done that. I just have more trust in that team. That's why they're second. For me, I'm not gonna lie. The Bears and Vikings, they're super close for me. Like, I think both these teams are 9 and 8 potential wins here. I gave the Bears the slight advantage because I do think they definitely went up, and like Carson said, they had a lot of close games that they lost. We had a DB celebrating that they won the game, and last second Hail Mary, and they lost. That was hilarious. Love that. So I do think
shout out my boy Stevenson
to be better for sure, especially with an offensive mind behind Caleb Williams. Their line got better. The line was ass. Their line got better.
I don't know if it got better.
Yeah.
I mean, J.J. McCarthy's he's a rookie. He got hurt. Hasn't played. I do agree with what you're saying. I think their coach is a genius. I think he's a wizard with the quarterback because he was a quarterback. I just think the Vikings haven't got better. I think they stayed the same. And yes, they had a nasty record last year. A lot of close games that went their way, just like 3 years ago. A lot of close games that went their way. I just think the ball is going to go the other way this year.
We'll see.
How about you, Carson? Why you got?
Yeah, I
Vikings
agree.
last?
I just think J.J. McCarthy wasn't that great of a prospect to begin with, and with the difference between like Kirk and Darnold is they both did play for a long time. You know, they had like 4 seasons on the bench behind quarterbacks before they actually got to play. This guy, they did, but I always thought Sam was better than what he was outlined to be, and Kirk is like the most accurate passer over the last 10 years. So it's, I don't know. All right, let's head to the NFC South. Once again, we all agree on the winners. We all got the Bucks.
Losers.
Pretty consistent. And the losers as well. Yeah, pretty consistent overall. Jake, you got the Panthers second, baby.
Yeah, I wanted to call a shot here. I like Bryce Young. I think their team only got better. I'm sure we're gonna end up repeating the same things. I don't know. I think it's still a little bit messy that Kirk's still there.
Yeah, I kind of like
that's fair.
I actually like where your mind's at. I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking about putting Panthers second. I didn't realize you did. I like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, me too.
You can't be terrible forever. You have to be good at some point. So we'll
Their
see.
only downfall, I think, right now is their defense was the worst in the league behind ours, which I don't even know how that's possible. So, I mean, that's a lot of fixing. Their draft grade was pretty good. So if the guys turn out how they're supposed to, I could easily see them taking over Atlanta. I love the Saints.
And it's not a high
the Saints
ceiling
are so
division. I mean, the Bucks will win that division with 9-10 wins. You know, they're not going to be a juggernaut or anything like that. Same with the rest of the teams, especially the Saints.
Yeah,
Now, if Derek Carr was playing, we'd all have the Saints first, but, you know.
Yeah.
The Saints fifth.
Have fun on the couch, buddy. All right. NFC West. Once again, we all agree on the winners and losers.
Wow.
But in this case, you guys are par. I got 49ers second. I don't think they're going to be that good, but I don't think Seattle's going to be that good either. This is also a crappy division, honestly. Rams will probably run away with it. Like 12 wins. Next closest is 5 behind them. Like I don't just because I have the 49ers.
Rams is probably the only team in this division who took a step forward this offseason.
Yeah. I mean, you could argue the Cardinals, but they're so shit that it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
And
see, I almost had
I
a tough
just
time.
between.
Sorry.
Well, I was just gonna say I just think that both Seattle and 49ers will be around the same record, but they're both gonna be shit. But that's all I gotta say.
See, I was the other way. I almost had the Cardinals above San Fran. I think with this new Purdy contract, and they're not paying him this year, so it might be. This is an early prediction, but I think that team is about to slide downhill pretty quickly. McCaffrey's going to be going. I don't know if he is going to be the same person he was. They lost Debo. Obviously, wasn't good last year, but now they're down to Ayuk and Pearsall. I mean, they have Juwan Jennings. Their O-line's getting older. I don't know how much longer Trent Williams is playing for.
Kittle's older.
They've lost 4 big pieces on defense. They're trying to come to a deal with what's their linebacker? The GOAT.
Osa?
No, linebacker.
Warner.
Not Greenlaw, the other one. Warner, thank you.
Warner.
They're trying to come to a deal with him, and I'm sure they'll get him. So that's big. But the Cardinals were sneaky last year. They had a lot of
Yeah,
good
sneaking
games.
into the garbage.
Okay.
Fucking shit ass
They almost beat
franchise.
the Bills.
That's what I mean. Like they're sneaky. Like they're a good upset team. That's all I got.
All of us have them last.
I know.
All right. NFC East. Lot of mixture here. Lot of mixture.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, this is the most
Commanders
chopped
over the Eagles?
one. This is the most chopped
this.
one.
So
Aiden's gonna
I'm
eat that in a fucking bowl of soup that says "damn."
yeah, no, I think the Eagles only got better. They might reach the Super Bowl, man.
Yeah, they did. I'm agreeing 100%. They got way better somehow, which is ridiculous. Because, like you just said, they blew out the second best team in the NFL in the biggest game of the year. I don't see them going anywhere. Aiden, do you have any thoughts here you'd like to share on your Jaden Daniels glazing?
No, glaze. It's no glaze. I do think both. I think Eagles and Washington both got better. I think Eagles are overall the best team still in that division. They have harder games than Washington does, and the NFC East has not had the same division winner 2 years in a row for the past decade. So I was just like, you know what? It's still not going to happen. New division winner, Washington.
I mean, I get arguments like that, but at the same time, sometimes those kind of stats work backwards. Because it's been so long that a team hasn't won 2 in a row, Eagles must be the team to do it. Yeah.
No, I can easily see that too.
Yeah. And then I have the Giants over the Cowboys because I just...
No, I was gonna ask. I was gonna ask why the hell the Giants are over the Cowboys. You're a big Dak guy.
Man, I do like Dak. I just feel like they still don't have a running game. I don't think Pickens adds that much value because I don't think receiving was their biggest problem at all the last 3-4 years when they've been good and had 12 win seasons. They haven't paid Parsons, which sucks dick. They need to get on that because he's just going to be pissed. He might even sit games, who knows. And I think the Giants are low-key sneaky. They're low-key not as bad as people think that they are. They had a great draft. And I like both Jameis and Russ. I think that they can get more wins than the Cowboys this year. Mind you, that's not a lot, but...
Yeah, the Giants, I don't know who's starting, is the thing. That's big. Jameis...
Yeah.
Wilson.
Jameis or
Probably.
Wilson, I think this team is capped at 7 wins.
You think Jackson Dark's a better prospect?
I think Jackson Dart, he has the highest test score of any quarterback ever, which
Yeah, that's
is
pretty nuts.
So he's smart. Obviously, quarterbacks are all smart across the board. They're all geniuses.
Well,
But I just think this is not the year that they break out. Not that going up one spot in this division is breaking out. I think Dallas just has a higher ceiling than the Giants do.
That's fair.
Agreed.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. All right. This is the only perfect...
Boy.
This is the only
that looks
perfect
boy.
board.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Aiden,
this
you
is the
name
only
your
perfect
team
board.
like that? You fraud. Trey Hendrickson, dude.
Okay. This is the only perfect board. So who would like to take it away? Aiden, I feel like because it's your division.
Okay. Baltimore is the best rounded team. Their defense...
Oh, that one hurts.
Yeah, it does hurt. The defense is just... Dude, their defense is just nasty. Everyone in this division has a good defense besides Cincinnati at the end of the day. The Steelers have a great defense, shitty offense. The Browns have a pretty good defense, shitty offense. We have a great offense, shitty defense. And Baltimore's just so well-rounded.
Did you hear the Browns are signing Justin Tucker?
Him and Watson massaging each other. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's an
No,
AI
I
video
think
out there somewhere.
If not, we gotta make that one happen.
Whoa!
Man, it'd blow up. It'd blow up.
Be rubbing off to Justin Tucker and Deshaun Watson rubbing off.
Oh, God.
Wow, a lot of rubs there.
I mean, my brain is where your guys' brain is. I'm gonna be realistic with this. I think we are capped at an 11-win season this year. I looked at the teams and I had us winning 11 games if it goes as planned. I really
You guys
did.
beating the Bills?
I didn't have us beating the Bills, especially when I thought it was week 1. Now that it's later in the year when Burrow and the team decides, hey, I forgot we have to play football between November and January, I can see us beating the Bills. But it all depends on defense. Like you said, is Trey Henderson going to play? Is he going to sit out? Are we going to make a deal? It doesn't look like it. Baltimore's just so well-rounded.
Yeah, they're a good team. They're a good team. It's hard to argue. I mean, we obviously all agree on the rankings here, so I don't think there's much to say. The only thing I would say is I feel like this might be the first year Tomlin doesn't have 10 wins.
I
In a
agree.
long time.
I agree. I do think the Steelers should miss the playoffs this year. They didn't do anything at quarterback, and that's a big problem. The Browns are in the bins, I think.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know.
No
if you guys
amount of
saw
defense can
Shedeur
win them games.
picked the number 12 and said, I'm going to be the best quarterback to ever wear this number. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, behind maybe 30 guys, he could be the best. He could be the best 31st quarterback to ever wear 12. I could see that. If that's what he meant. If that's what he meant.
Who picks the number 12 and says that, dude? That's the equivalent of Jalen Carter coming out, or Abdul Carter, sorry, and being like, "Yo, can I get number 56, please? Can I get that?"
So he not only asked for one of the greatest players in football's jersey, he went and did it a second time. Bro got denied twice. Come on, pick your own number, bro.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That being said, though, we are going to be Super Bowl champions.
What?
Anyway, let's move on to AFC South. Once again, first two columns, everybody's got it the same. The only difference is I have Tennessee over the Colts. You guys both agree on your ranks. I mean, pretty straightforward. These teams are all shit except for the Texans right now. And honestly, I was contemplating Jacksonville even behind Tennessee. I know that that's crazy. But once again, it's like the same scenarios as some of these other divisions. Doesn't mean that I see them as like way better. I just see them as both shit. Jacksonville lost 5 straight games to start the year last year. Like, I mean, the fact that they're so bad. They're so bad. They're my least favorite team in the NFL, I think, behind maybe the Dolphins. I don't like them at all. But I don't think that the Colts are good enough to... I feel like Cam Ward is not that bad. They don't have a lot to fight for. They did have a decent team last year even. Like when they added Ridley and everything. I just feel like they have a better team than people think that they have. And if Cam Ward is even half decent, like they'll have a decent year. They just got to make sure that O-line is tightened up. But I think they can be better than the Colts if that's their target line.
I think it's interchangeable. Tennessee and the Colts, whatever one you have, I don't think it matters.
Yeah,
they're both.
Neither of them are going to be good. Anthony Richardson was a failed experiment.
Sucks, dude, because he's a freak.
I was actually thinking Jags might be able to take the division because I thought their schedule was going to be super weak.
Jake, man, do you hear this gaslight coming from this kid right now? Do you hear the gaslight? Oh my God!
I don't like Trevor. I
think the Ravens are going to be last in their division too.
Just hear me out. Just hear me out, and then
the Browns could definitely get more wins than the Ravens. 100%. 100%.
I think the Texans are legit. Obviously, I still think they have stuff to address to become like cemented. The Jags, I mean, they just played a whole season without Trevor Lawrence, pretty much. The team was in shambles. We had Mac Jones throwing the ball. They're in shambles. They had a good draft. They have pieces that you think should be able to go out there and perform really well, especially on that D line. And hear me out before y'all start looking like Carson.
Shut up, bitch.
I did go look at their Texans have a hard schedule. I went to go look at the Jags schedule. It's just as hard. They're gonna lose some games big time. I thought the Jags would have an easier route to the division. In division games, I think's a possible win. Like I do think the Jags could take one over the Texans.
Yeah, but that's
sure.
Division games are different. They're
exactly
completely different.
Dude, they have an ass schedule for being how bad they were last year. Just ass. They like one of their easier games I would consider is like Seattle, and I think that's a tough game for them even.
Yeah.
So how does this help your point that Jacksonville could possibly win the?
No. That was my mindset like going into it without looking at what's happening. And then I looked at the games that they had to play, and I was like, let me take a step back here and calm down a bit.
Okay. Gotcha. Once again, a lot of movement. This Chargers take is up there with the worst of them. This Jake guy. Look at him smiling. He can't even take himself seriously.
The Chargers are going to win the division. Mark my words.
I don't know what's worse, having them win the division or having them be at the bottom.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
The Raiders?
I got 2 words for you. Ashton Genty.
Oh. Yeah, I like the Chargers this year. Chiefs can't win it every year. Broncos.
But they can win their division every year.
I could see the Broncos being up there too. Like I don't know, you could have 3 teams from this division in the playoffs. Do I think it's gonna happen? No, but I think 2 of them are gonna be in.
Oh wow!
I would say.
I'm sorry, I'm just staring at
I would say the Chargers take is crazy. Personally.
Why?
Chiefs can't take that dramatic of a fall. There's no shot. I agree that they won't make it to the...
I got him second on here, man. It's not like I threw him in the dumps.
I would like to say this was the hardest division to do. I think this was the hardest division for me, or the North, but this was close. Yeah, I don't know what's worse, them in first or them in last. I think them in last might be worse.
Okay, well, can I just break it down real quick?
Yes.
Chiefs have went to 7 straight AFC Championship games. I don't think anything else has to be said about that. Broncos, that's where they fell last year. I think that they are a good team. I think that they're a solid team overall. They didn't lose that much last year except for a running back, but he wasn't. Running game was shit last year anyway. I don't think that was a big part of their offense. And I think the Raiders just got dramatically better. They Geno Smith is definitely the best quarterback they've had in a while, even over Derek Carr. Sorry, buddy. Once again, enjoy the couch.
Derek Carr to me.
I would give him a little bit more, but they are pretty similar. I'm not gonna sit here like he's Tom Brady compared to Geno Smith compared to Derek Carr. And I think that they are going to have a good running back. I think that they are just going to be better than the Chargers. Chargers still have no wide receivers. Ladd McConkey, yeah, he's okay, but he's also 6'2" and white. So I mean, when that's your best receiver,
hey,
I don't know. And then
second best quarterback in the division.
Yeah.
Agreed, for sure.
Yeah, I don't think that's fair. That's totally fair.
Second
and then
coach, I could argue.
Yeah, you could argue that. Well, Sean Payton, I don't know. Pete McCarroll, actually, I don't know if you could. I mean, you could argue that, but that's tough. Anyway, yeah, I don't think that they're going to be that good. Last one, baby, and we got some swinging from
Miami Dolphins.
We all agree, Bills.
Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins #1.
I mean, yeah, the
Fuck
Bills
the Dolphins.
The Bills are clear. I think this is the
shittiest division in sports right now. In the sport right now.
I think this is the one division that you're like you look at it like, okay, this team is obviously just so far ahead of these teams that it's not close.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, Jake, you and me are in the same boat here compared to Aiden. Like, we have such easy divisions compared to to the AFC North. Like, it's not even funny. We are chilling.
Aiden's division kind of sucks right now, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, The two
Browns.
at the bottom suck.
But even the Steelers, bro, they were in the playoffs last year. They've been in the playoffs for the last 8 years.
Yeah, but they're shit though. Nobody takes the Steelers.
They're shit in the
seriously,
playoffs.
though. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I mean the Dolphins this year. I only put them up there because
The other two teams.
I don't know. Yeah, like it's like Drake May has no help, and the Jets are a poverty franchise.
They signed Diggs though. New head coach. New offensive coordinator. Better line. Their defense was okay last year. They've always kind of had a middle defense since Belichick left. I don't think that the other teams are that much competition. I also think the Dolphins just are going to go downhill next year. That cliff is just falling. No defense.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. The Dolphins suck. Their fans are terrible. The stadium's awful. Nobody goes there who's serious about taking football. Tua throws a prettier ball than Mahomes.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill quote. Tyreek Hill quote. Tyreek Hill quote.
Yeah. That's not a city, Mom. I remember that now.
I like the Patriots at 2. This year, going into the season, they're favored in 11 games, which is what they have been combined favored for in the last 3 years.
Are you serious?
No, they do have an easy schedule though. Like, I mean, think about it. They're going to be favored against the Jets. They probably are favored against Miami in both those games. So right away you have 4.
Actually, a little favored stat that maybe, Jake, I don't know, you might have seen. Bills are the only team in the NFL who are like predicted to win every game. Or favored, in every game.
They're favored.
They're the only team favored in all 17 games.
Oh, I'm cursed.
They're favored every game except the AFC Championship.
Yeah. I'm cursed.
Oh God, you did pick a brutal franchise right now for the playoffs. Oh God. All right, well, that has been the earliest of early division rankings. We'll see you in 365 days.
That was fun.
That is fun. I do like that.
Not bad.
That last division is going to be interesting between those bottom 3 teams where they place. Because all 3 of them have a chance to move around.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll keep a track on that.
Yeah, I'd like to pull that up at the end. Can you save that? We'll pull it up at the end of the season.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll compare.
That'll be
the actual.
fun to look at.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That was visually really appealing, Carson. That was really nice.
Thank you, man. The only thing that I couldn't get to was the names. I wanted to put our names in there, but just didn't have the time. But
good.
But it was pretty sexy looking.
That's gonna be a good YouTube video on its own. I bet you that's actually gonna get bare views.
3.
No, I'm dead. That's a video that can pop off for like 100 on YouTube.
Sure.
Like we have a couple of those. The greatest hockey player you never heard of has like 150, and that was a funny bit that Jake put through together. Like,
yeah.
Do we
Alrighty,
have a dude's draft?
Nope. Can't taint dude's draft. I'm in too bad of a mood.
Okay.
I say we just cut it here, boys.
Dude's draft the reasons why you're in a bad mood.
Yeah, you want to run it real quick?
Let's run that. Dude's draft the reasons
dude.
why you're in a bad mood. Jake, you can have the 1-1.
Alrighty.
Here we go!
Alrighty, welcome back to Dude's Draft of the Week. Today we are doing Dude's Draft of the Week of why I am personally in a bad mood. The 1-1, I will go with the Toronto Maple Leafs.
That's fair, man.
Aiden, you're up.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go car problems. I'll take car problems.
I'm gonna go in the same realm. Guy almost hit me in his car. His fucking brand new Porsche 30 minutes before the pod.
Nice.
Yeah,
Merging
bad
into
drivers.
my lane. I had to go up onto the curb. There was a guy walking on the sidewalk. I was pretty pissed.
Just to be clear, Carson's the one driving the brand new Porsche.
Hey, I'll take it.
All right, Carson, you get the wraparound. here.
With my second, let's go. Worked this morning and had one table.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, and then I was
Alrighty, Aiden,
gone.
you're up.
One table. I'm gonna go with the weather being hot and then warm and then hot and then warm and then or cold and then warm and then rainy and then cold and then warm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mitch Marner won't be a Leaf next year, and then I'm gonna go with Austin Matthews scored 2 goals in the playoffs. 3.
All right, I'll take that we all had Baltimore winning the division. That was tough.
I'll go you saying that the Jags could have potentially won the division after last year's 0-5 start to their season. That's what mine will be. And then to kill it, I'll go the fact that I may have subscribed to a brutal hockey team about a month ago.
I thought I heard subscribe and
Whoa.
I was like, what the fuck?
I was wondering why your eyes lit up like that.
Yeah, I thought you were about to say you're the newest member of fucking some random chick's OnlyFans.
No. I can't say that, but that's why.
Oh, to round out my list on why I could possibly be upset, I'd say we ran out of beer in the fridge.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take just the city of Toronto. I hate that city.
Wow.
Alrighty, this has been Dudes Drops of the Week. And that's going to do it for this exciting episode of the Huddle Podcast. Please like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Anything else before we go here, gentlemen?
I think that's it.
Pray.
That's all?
Yeah.
Alrighty. I'm going to go... I don't have a name lined up. Xavier Johnson.